as 10. Look at the number of tallies of the gold medals. I'm not Olympic, I don't play games except golf a little bit, 3 years. Look at the tallies of the people and see their economy. There's a linkage between what they do in sports and what they do in economy. So I would say that this is something, my whole master's thesis was on control systems. What is good for the whole as a strategy cannot be the same good strategy for part. Lecture number 501, first lecture in the control system theory, 501. What is system optimization is not the same as subsystem optimization. Subsystem optimization. There are two different strategies. And then of course, probability decision making. Decision making can go wrong, slow decision making. Many scorecards, only profit is the motive, won't work. Anti-credentialist, it doesn't matter who is speaking. You don't have to work about what I was. You're listening to me and valuing what I'm saying, right or wrong. You don't have any bias. What I was, forget about it. I'm just a student in front of you. Value me without any credentials to me, on an individual basis. That would be more objective and biased with the background. Background does help, but it's not going to be this. And this is your credentialist step. I am such and such. You listen to me. Comfortable in all situations and feel comfortable only when you have known situations. In the hands of your parents, you are very comfortable. The whole world is uncomfortable. Attributes, mortality, birth to death, making them fearless. Rabindranath Tagore's mind should be fearless. If it is open mind, fearful mind, because if you are closed mind, you will always be fear about that closeness. Parachute is open, it works. Then human-centric rather than EQ as well. Consideration, attributes, you have to be both. And then of course, just to give you last few slides, forward vector is where energy, active energy, electrical energy goes in forward vector, active, reactive energy is 90 degree in your transformers. Zero vector is describing the present. Sir, ऐसा है, वैसा है, corruption है, ये है, वो है, काली बिल्ली जा रही है सामने से, कुत्ता यहाँ आ गया. Define everything, but do nothing. मेला है, ये ऐसा है, flag is not right. They will define everything, but they will not get up and make it right. No. Zero definition is that. Defining. Sir, I am preserving my energy, sir. If I do something, my energy will be consumed. Sustainable, sir. And the reactive, the backside, reverse vector, moving to past. ऐसा कर लेते तो ऐसा हो जाता. If Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel would have become the Prime Minister, things would have been different. Sir, अगर भगत सिंह होते तो क्या देश होता? We would have beaten China. We all go back into those kind of things where we have no control. But mourning of it, what could happen? Of course, it's important to know past, to learn from the past to future. But don't mourn about it. Learn from it, move forward, creating future. Forward thinkers and doers, don't mourn on the past. Lovecraft says, charting unknown paths, delinking past with future, curiosity like children. We are grown-ups, children. We should, some part of curiosity we should put into our system. Building teams, providing understanding and aligning varied perceptions. Communication to the power 3, communicate, communicate, communicate. Large capacity to handle issues, I mentioned this earlier, energetic and passionate. Convictions and belief, non-negotiable and determination, never give up. Shortest speech of Winston Churchill, never give up. Try again. Comfortable, positive attitude in all situations. Super freedom and responsibility, self-call, be accountable. Last few slides, responsibility, low load, no problem. Low responsibility in the vertical column, low freedom, no problem. Everybody's safe. Medium freedom, medium responsibility, no problem. High responsibility, high freedom, no responsibility. And here comes my very particular, close to my heart. Whether you are sweeping the floor, driving the car, making the food, which we call menial tasks, doing anything in the world, removing the mud, putting it into your head. If you have no freedom, you are as good as the Prime Minister and the President of the country, if they have the same freedom and responsibility. A person with low responsibility, performing low responsibility, with low freedom, is much more respected by me than a person who has high responsibility, high freedom, but not accountable. He's not doing his job. Whosoever it may be. To me, that man is not in a stable state. His responsibility, freedom, is not performed. Whosoever it may be. I don't respect that person. He's misusing responsibility and freedom. I love to have a statue in my home of that person who has low responsibility and low freedom. He is doing a great job. So these three states are same. If you have low responsibility and high freedom, I can come anytime, go, not stable. If you have high responsibility and you have low freedom, you cannot order Coca-Cola when a customer comes to your table. It's not worth staying in that organization. It's an organizational issue. And this is the issue of individual. Sir, permit nahi hai, ye nahi hai. ठीक है, but you are giving the responsibility. And the others are unstable. So these are most undesirable. These are all stable. And the last one is entrepreneurial within the company, within the defense, within BHEL. 2-3 promotions in 3-4 years. I was not looking BHEL just to get a salary. I'm coming from outside. I'm just giving an example. It was my company. I got to build it up. Subsequently, I neglected my children. Worked 12 hours. In retrospect, I would not do that. At that time, it was more passion to do something, build computers, super frames, IPMS. But in retrospect, if I see, in spite of the fact that I did not spend as much as I should, the children have done very well. They could have done much better if I had spent more time. I regret that. So we learn from this. So here is the self-employed. We are taking more responsibilities and creating more things. This covers barriers, environmental constraints, proactive, barriers, stock engine, short-term, optimization of whole, and company's potential, project management takes you to the area, holds the key. How do you do it? Meaning to existence, motivation, human-centric, we have discussed this. I will leave these slides for you. This is another slide I want to show you and move to the third part. Last part, I will shout a little long. I think it's not working. So, this is for construction related industry. You have 8 life cycle: intent, design, planning, procurement, mobilization, construction, handover. Efforts, some kind of efforts, some units of effort. So the transition economy intent, sir, hum karna chahte hain. Yes. Go. Less time. Design, 2 units of efforts. Planning, 2 units. Procurement, 4 units. RFQ, this, evaluation. Mobilization resources, 2 units. Construction, 9 units. Marpi, down. Crane nahi, ye nahi, wo nahi. Handover and close on, 5 units. No government project will ever be closed. No contractor will ever be given a certificate. Nothing is required from you anymore. नहीं सर छोड़ देंगे साले को फिर तो नहीं होगा. क्वारी हो जाएगी हमारी, कुछ हो गया, दवाई रखो. But he has already made money, knowing that nothing will be happening. So this is where the transition economies of kind. The mature economies will increase their deployment at the initial stage, strategic planning. 2 units, 100% increase in planning, design. 150% increase in planning, 2 to 5 units. Procurement remains same, mobilization will come down, construction will come down heavily, closeout will come down very heavily. So in total, there will be a much better, therefore you see, mature economies are putting more upfront planning, upfront. Look at all the risks, technical, non-technical, internal, external. What if analysis? And transition economies put more efforts in this. Unless you firefight, you are not a good project manager. You go to boss with a smiling face, your confidential report will be totally destroyed. How can it be happening? I am under stress and you come with a smiling face? Hello, sir. No. Always go with a hanky in your hand. Hanky in hand. And just, sir, hold on, sir. I'm very tired. I'm not teaching. Wrong values, please. Excuse me. You can expunge that video recording. No, but leaving jokes aside, firefighting is inbuilt. We know the rains will come. How come the municipal corporation will not clean the drainage and system? Unless the Times of India says 10 feet water, 2 cars are shown, Maruti sunk fully, driver swimming. Unless that takes place, the MCD will not start doing anything. I mean, this is firefighting, There's no planning. This is what I was talking about, and that is mature economies, they take 20 months, they take 30 months. Just to show you here, how does it work in time. These are the vertical time, horizontal time, and you have these things. They go slow, go very fast. I'm Einstein's 7th cousin, so we are all very intelligent. We don't have to plan. Everything is here, sir. No worry. And they go slow in the beginning, fast at the end. And the next thing would be to see the effect on time. You see the same thing. Time in months. They go slowly, fast, very fast, and then slow, slow, slow. Excuse. This. Man has not come. This 30 months. Boy comes. And the other ball goes slowly, takes more time to the point, and then comes to the months. A Japanese system. Net time the same. So I would say this is the things, and I would just leave aside all these things. My emphasis is basically to take more time in the planning. My philosophy is 1 into 1 is 1. Multiplication across supply chain. 1 into half is 1/4. Speed into speed 3 is effective speed. You may be very fast, but somebody is slow, your net speed will be slow. Relay race, quality 1 into quality 2 into quality 3, effective quality, and wisdom. Fortunately for all of us, wisdom is addition. Wisdom 1 plus wisdom 2 plus wisdom 3. Because if it was multiplicative, normally it will become 0. So even one person is there. The only exception to this rule is this place. It will never have become 0. It would have remained the same wisdom, because all of us are very wise people. But leaving aside this growth, exception, otherwise it would become 0. So I would say that this is where it is. Thank you very much. And the last one, if I have few more minutes, 4, 5, 45, I have 10 minutes. Can I take 5 minutes to wrap it up? Do I? Okay. So I'm just going to show you risk, which you have mentioned that. No, I'll not show you risk. I'll show you this NASA. NASA is what I want to show you. This was February 2012, Orlando, Florida. And I'm a pujari of Goddess Saraswati. I hope someday Lakshmi will be kind on me. One should not give hope. Hope is our birthright. So I'm also hoping that. But having said this, I was very privileged to address this group. In this conference, they had 1,800 people and a lot of 1,500 PhDs, the topmost scientists from all over the world. I am just going to show you part of it because I'm just going to just show you very quickly, not 25, but I'll show you this. The title was Awakening Project Consciousness. Projects are run by people, people have consciousness, therefore project will have consciousness. Michelangelo looks at the slab, marble slab, white marble slab, Italian marble slab, takes the chisel and creates Mary out of the marble. Unless he sees Mary, he will not be able to bring her out. So it is in that innate object like marble. We are talking about the objective projects. So your mind starts, mind matters, mind over matters, finally concept to implementation. Body, visible assets, mind, operational software, intellect, inquisitiveness through why and why not. Inquisitiveness. Why am I doing this? Why not I do something different? This is something which we should do. Only request to you is, don't do this all the time. Then if you do all the time, why and why not? You will be taken to mental asylum. And then you will come and put a legal claim against you. You suggested. At the right moment, question it for innovation.